everyone. Good morning. This is your AM update, just an informal kind of newscast just to give you guys a few stories of the day, answer any questions you may have. If you have any questions, leave them below. We'll try to answer them as best as we can. Also, the stories that we're talking about are also linked in the caption on Facebook, so if you want information about any of the stories we talk about, you can click on there. It'll take you straight to that website that shows the story. I'd like to say happy Thursday, but I know we're all waking up a little sad this morning, disappointed, disheartened, whatever you want to call it. 12-3. Oh, that was hard. I didn't get to watch it. I went to bed at 2, tied at 2, woke up to the horrible news. Yeah, hard to wake up to, hard to watch, I'm sure. Still don't want to talk about it. Okay, but we asked you, Optimism, can the Astros come back and win it all? Let's take a look at some of those responses from you guys. A lot of you optimistic, some of you not so much. Nationals are going to sweep. Oh, I hope not. Oof. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of optimism. So, okay, let's talk about, don't hate me for talking about this, but the last time someone was down 0-2 in the World Series. Okay. It looks gloomy for the home team, and it should, according to MLB.com. Since baseball went to the 2-3-2 format, a team has come back to win the World Series only 3 of 25 times. We're going to make that 4 of 26. I know we are. The last team to do it was the 1996 New York Yankees, who dropped the first 2 games to the Atlanta Braves, only to come back to win the next 4. Throw into the mix that the Nationals have beaten the Astros' top 2 pitchers, Justin Verlander and Garrett Cole, at Minute Maid Park. The outlook gets even worse. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. If Houston wants to win their second World Series title in 3 years, they're going to have to beat the hottest team in the postseason at their own house, with their shark-totting fans smelling blood. Okay, but let's talk about why we can do this. That's the worst part. These are the Astros, who have run off 4 straight wins, more than multiple times throughout the season, so they can do it again just like those Braves. They're a 107 win team with the best rookie in the American League in Yordan Alvarez, and the top 2 Cy Young Award candidates, and a possible league MVP. Okay, so let's remember that they have a lineup that is stacked from top to bottom, and a bullpen that has been reliable all season. Can they do it? Let's hope that they can. We will find out tomorrow night how they do. Game 3 is in Washington, D.C. Obviously, lots of watch parties here in Houston at bars, restaurants, and Minute Maid hosts the official watch party at the stadium that is free for everyone who wants to go. Okay, tomorrow night, we'll think about it then. Let's talk about a highlight from last night. I know there wasn't a lot. Simone Biles has been a huge talk of social media for her awesome pitch. Let's show you guys that. The Olympic gymnast doing what she does best, putting her own spin literally right there on the first pitch, just casually from the pitcher's mound. You know, she's wearing jeans, and she does a standing full backflip with a twist before she tosses the ball over to home plate. Just, you know, whatever. So easy, right? Yeah, okay. This is the first time she's been on the Astros pitcher's mound. She previously showed off her acrobatic skills, kind of doing the same thing. In 2016, she says she's been gearing up for Tokyo 2020. So she's been busy with all of that, but she made time to throw out the first pitch yesterday, obviously impressing all of us. So that was one of the highlights from last night. Let's remember that. Okay. So now we're going to move on to kind of a heartbreaking story here in Houston. Police are looking for your help in finding a man who's wanted in a murder case for a Houston woman who's actually been missing since June of 2018. So this is 29-year-old Maria Jimenez Rodriguez. She's not been seen since dropping off her daughter with her babysitter on June 21st, 2018. Investigators believe her boyfriend at the time, I'll show you guys a picture, his name is 47-year-old Eric Arsenault. They believe he's responsible for her death. Now, she was reported missing by her sister on the day she never showed up for work to pick up her daughter from her babysitter. Her then boyfriend also said, Arsenault also said she was supposed to pick him up for a job interview that morning but never showed up. He told detectives the last time he saw her was the day before on June 20th, but phone data showed their phones were together at a nearby Home Depot on the afternoon of June 21st, the day she was reported missing. Arsenault was seen at the Home Depot on surveillance purchasing a chainsaw and trash bags. horrifying. But while her phone was there, she was never seen on that surveillance. Investigators think Arsenal used the chainsaw and trash bags to heartbreakingly dispose of her body. Executing a search warrant at his home, they found blood on the walls and ceiling in the bedroom. They are looking for him. She has not been heard from since she was reported missing. Now, if you have any information on his whereabouts, obviously they are looking for any information you have. You can call them, call Crime Stoppers, and hopefully they can get more information on this case and find out exactly what happened to her, since she's been missing since June of 2018. So, like I said, if you have any information on that, obviously a horrific story, and hopefully police can find out more information. Lastly, let's talk about a Halloween prank that has been popping up, and it's happened to a Richmond family, and it's kind of interesting. Maybe the prank itself isn't bad, but maybe the way in which people are going about doing it isn't so smart. Let me show you a video of this new trend. It's called getting booed. Now, this is how it happens. Someone anonymously leaves you a Halloween treat along with a poem and a sign to put up in your window telling others that you've been booed, and then you're instructed to boo 2 others. But this woman has a paper bag over her head. Just looks scary in itself, and maybe she could be mistaken for someone who's not just fooling around. Now, of course, this is a prank, but anytime you hide your identity in that manner, a lot of people are saying, she could have gotten hurt herself by a homeowner who doesn't think that who thinks she's up to no good. Many people are very wary about someone doing this, so it's just a warning out there for anyone who's thinking about doing this. I mean, the prank in itself, sure, but I don't think you need to wear the bag over your head like that. I think that that's probably where people are getting concerned. So let's talk about our 7-day forecast. Today is supposed to be quite pretty, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, though, it's supposed to be pretty messy. Cheetah's saying there's an 80% chance of rain, widespread rain throughout the morning with the cold front. The heaviest rain, she's saying, will come down between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., making it a very messy commute. Dropping temperatures to the 40s by Saturday morning, but it is clearing out for quite the beautiful weekend. Look in that 50s and then highs of 70s through Wednesday. So something to look forward to, and Halloween is shaping up to look beautiful. So keep that in mind when you're planning your trick-or-treating plans. And yeah, there you go. Beautiful week ahead. But we got to get through tomorrow, and remember that ahead of your commute coming in, that those roads are going to be quite messy. So that wraps up our stories. If you guys have any questions, Jaime is here with me. He is helping me answer your questions. Anything we want to talk about?
Of course. Actually, I just want to start off saying good morning to some of our viewers. Good morning to Angela. Good morning to Sharon.
Good morning, guys.
Thank you all for watching. Good morning, Heather. She says, who else woke up bummed this morning?
We all woke up bummed.
I did. I did stay up for the game last night.
Did you watch it?
I did, and I mean, I turned it off within the last few innings.
Oh, you turned it off?
Mainly because it's emotionally exhausting to kind of watch, your favorite team to go through, a game like that. And honestly, this team looks like they're kind of exhausted as well.
Yeah.
I think maybe the ALCS may have taken a little much out of them. So.
Yeah. I just want them to get their confidence back and know that, like, this isn't, because they don't look like the team that we know.
No, in some ways it almost looks like they're kind of going through the motions to a degree. And I know people are saying, well, how can that be? You're in the World Series. How can that happen to a team? But, thinking about how every game, in the ALCS was close, I imagine that's got to be tough, wearing on the squad.
I mean, we could never pretend to know what they're going through, but yeah.
Especially in contrast to the Nationals, when you look at them, they look like they're so relaxed, and they definitely. they almost act like they have just really nothing to lose. Nobody expecting them to be here at this point. So,
you think that puts more pressure on them, maybe? Yeah,
I think so. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of our questions. People just have a lot to say about the Astros. Yeah,
love. I hope. Let's go.
Yeah, and I think some people kind of look like they're hoping that they do bounce back. Heather's like they beat us with our 2 best pitchers. With the crying emoji, and And yeah, that is kind of, that's tough. And it was kind of, I think, even probably one of the most stunning aspects.
Yeah, I know, because we're
of
like,
these
oh,
last two
well,
games.
they're pitching tonight. Verlander's pitching tonight. Cole's pitching tonight. Like, it'll be great.
Yes. And then you see Verlander walk, the first batter last night, and it's just like, oh boy. I was like, we could be in for an interesting game, and sure enough. Let's see what else everybody else is saying. Beatrice says we just need to hit the ball and just get home, is what she's saying. Yeah, I mean, some guys are kind of getting out of their slump. It looks like, Bregman had that home run last night. Yordan Alvarez looked like he's gotten, kind of slowly getting out of his slump. But it's just that one inning in which they went through the entire batting order. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
That was tough to watch.
I mean, we know that we can win away. We did that with the Yankees. So maybe, I don't know. Washington, D.C. is going to prove very lucky for us. I feel it. I hope.
Natalie says the Astros are Dunsky.
Oh, no.
I'm like, and, I know statistically it's tough to kind of come back, at this stage. Like you said, only one team has done it since they've gone to the 2-3.
No, 3 teams have done it.
3 teams. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we got a little more.
There's a little chance, but it's just like the last team to do, I guess, was
96.
Was 96. So it's been a long time.
But I think it's time, right? It's time for it to happen again.
There
you go.
And I guess I will never say never. And I learned that back in in the 90s. As a Rockets fan, back then those Rockets teams that went on to win back-to-back NBA championships did a lot of firsts. And especially when it came to having to deal with either losing home court or home field advantage, having to win big games on the road, or having their backs against the wall. And I do know that was a long time ago, but I've seen it happen. And this team has had a lot of success over the last couple of years.
They're good.
If somebody could do it, it's these guys.
They're a good team. They are a really good team. Yeah. And so I think if anyone can do it, it's our guys. So just a little more difficult, but it's okay.
Let's see what else. Linda's like, bring back the boys of summer. Let's take care of business on Friday and the rest of the series.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel weird because I'm actually going to be missing the game. I'm not going to be able to watch the game on Friday. I'm going to a concert, so I know just probably in the back of my mind, I wanted to check my phone just to see what that score is like.
I know.
It's going to be tough. I'm curious to see how this team will react to being on the road now.
I know, against them.
Yeah.
You hope it can't get worse.
And there it goes. Mary Grill's like, yes. Never underestimate a heart of a champion. Just like Coach Rudy Tomjanovich said for the Rockets back in the '90s, and these guys do have a lot of heart, and I hope that they tap into that. I know that there was a meeting. College Courier talked about that the players did have a meeting after last night's loss, and hopefully they can just get back on track.
There you go. That's all we can do is hope and support the Astros. So wear your orange still. Don't put your black on just yet. You're mourning.
I think one thing we could do, let's in sort of ending on a positive video, sort of imagery. Just kind of, as we close out, just being able to show the video again of Simone Biles, kind of remembering, thinking about the feats and sort of the greatness that the athletes that have come from Houston have had.
Yeah, we got some good ones, and she's definitely one of them. And we'll see a lot more of her next summer. So. Yeah. That's super exciting. Here she is, Simone Biles, doing what she does best, just showing everybody up and impressing all of us. Super exciting. That was awesome to watch. I just don't know how somebody does that. But anyways, guys, we're going to say goodbye for now. We have another update later. And like I said, if you need any more information about any of the stories we talked about, they're linked in our caption. So there you go. We will see you back here later this afternoon and tomorrow morning ahead of the big game. We'll have more information for you then. But until then, you guys have a happy Thursday. Keep your spirits high and go Astros.